What's up, Bertini fam? Now, as many of you know, we've pretty much done everything we could possibly do to our interior to make this thing into a sports car vibe, that real sporty vibe. We've done carpets, we've done Ford Performance mats, we've done Ford Performance door stills. We have custom interior from Katzkin with the I think it's called suede skin in the middle and the red stitching, which by the way came out absolutely amazing. We have pretty much a fully blacked out interior. We have a custom headliner from Classic Design Automotive, along with a bunch of pieces that they did for me to really black out the interior. We have the Ford Performance steering wheel with functional paddle shifters. We also have the Engage mounted in a custom pod, a custom vent pod mounted over there. I mean, the interior is just super sporty. The only thing we've been missing to complete the look in our 1200 horsepower, 9-second quarter mile Ford F-150 is getting rid of these gray, ugly ass seat belts that scream utility truck. I mean, guys, we've literally changed out everything up to these being in black. Like, every piece has been done. I mean, just look, buckles brand new, every piece completely brand new and blacked out. The only thing that hasn't been changed is those damn gray buckles that look like utility vehicle crap. Now, before I show you what's in this box, do me a big favor. Please, if you have not yet already, click that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. This way you can become a part of the Bertini family and stay up to date with all of the content that I'm putting out here on my builds. Now that all the formalities out of the way, go ahead and roll the intro. Now, are you all ready to see what kind of seat belts I went with? Well, I'll tell you what, they're custom made. Oh boy, did they come out good. Let me take these out of the box and then let me show you and talk a little bit about them. And if you're wondering, yes, look at this red. This red goes perfect with the stitching. This is like stuff you see in super high-end sports cars, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this here in a second. Man, these seat belts came out super sweet. They're gonna match my interior perfectly, the red stitching. It's gonna look so nice, especially now. It really is gonna have that sports car vibe, that really high-end sports car vibe, because not any sports car. Now, the company who did this for me is safetyrestore.com. They specialize in rebuilding seatbelts, even after like accidents and stuff like that. If something ever, God forbid, happened to you and you need to rebuild your seatbelt system, they can do it. They do a bunch of different sort of repairs on seatbelts. So a few things that I'm excited for is, one, the color, but two, everything on these things are brand new. Now, what I did before I even sent mine off to them is I went ahead and purchased brand new from Ford factory, brand new seat belts that came out of a limited model. The reason I did that is because I wanted these black buckles here. I didn't want the gray ones that are currently in the truck. And so even though I could have sent them, my current seat belts for them to replace out for these beautiful red ones, I would have then had these gray buckles. And so what I did was I bought brand new seat belt systems from Ford factory, sent them to safetyrestore.com. They rebuilt them and sent them right back to me, which, by the way, the turnaround time is insane of how quickly they got these back to me. Now, if you are interested in purchasing some seatbelts and doing this same exact setup to your vehicle, they can do this in any vehicle. Go ahead, check out the link in the description box below, click the link and purchase through there, and they'll go ahead and take care of you. And like I said, this is something that completely transforms the look at your vehicle, and it is a super cheap mod. I think they charge $100, I think is what I paid per seatbelt, which is nuts, given like this is like super high quality stuff. Anyways, I'm not gonna take the chance of me installing this myself for safety reasons. Even though I know you can install these yourself, I know it's only a few bolts, but given that all my interior is new, I'm gonna go ahead and take the truck back over to Classic Design Automotive in Orlando, Florida, since they are the best at building custom interiors and they know how to take care of my parts without scratching and messing everything up. I'd rather them perform it. And so we're gonna go ahead and head on over to Classic Design Automotive now, and they're gonna go ahead and install the seat belts, and we'll catch the whole thing, and I'll get you guys some more photos of the belts in the truck. Oh boy, look what somebody brought to work today. This is the Mustang I was telling y'all about in my last video, Brandon's Mustang.
It's a GT 350 and this thing is beast mode. I'm gonna come and get some content on this thing in a second here, but it is nice.
What up, man?
What's going on?
That's a different car.
You don't like it?
No. I saw what you brought today.
It's back. It has AC again.
Yeah. Nice. Here, let me give you these.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect timing too.
Yeah. Man. Oh, that sound. Boy. Man, it looks so freaking good. Obviously, I don't get to see it much of somebody else driving it, but it's cool when you do get to see it because it's like, it looks so damn mean. It's nice. Damn. I love it with the fogs too. Oh, it looks so clean. It looks so clean and mean. It looks cool when somebody else is driving it.
Weird, right?
Yeah. But like, cause you never get to see like the aggressiveness or the meanness when it's on.
You don't actually see what it looks like rolling around and stuff.
Yeah, no, it looks good. Actually, I want to show you guys really quickly before we start on my truck. I want to show you all Brandon's Mustang. This thing is so clean. Look at this thing. This thing is sick. Look at those brake calipers. Those things are like the size of my wheels. It's insane. The calipers, the rotors are just so monstrous. And the way that he has this thing set up is, I mean, it just stands perfectly. The wheels are perfect. It just looks so damn clean. And I like the splitters on it that he has here. These, I mean, it just looks so good and so aggressive. I love them. Oh, look from this angle. This car is just mean, man. Ford did this car right. By the way, if you are not already following Brandon, I put him in my last video, but his Instagram handle is Brandon Chin. Right there, I'll go ahead and put a link though in the description box below. You can go ahead and check out his Instagram. He has a ton of content on his GT 350, and this thing is beast mode. Look at this thing. Ah, it just looks so damn good. And Brandon, when you watch this video, dude, you need to clean this thing, man. I'm just kidding, guys. It's been storming here in yo, look at his tag. It's so ridiculous. I love those things. Those small little details to me make such a big difference.
That's what she said. No time, but she did. No time!
Wow, and the rear diffuser, I mean, he did this thing up right. It looks so good. The exhaust looks so good. The rear diffuser and stuff like that, like those small details. If you can't see them, Venom 50. That's my shit right there. Like, those little details make such a big difference on the ride, and it sounds so good. Definitely go and check out his Instagram page if you're interested in hearing what this thing sounds like and seeing more content on this thing. It is beast mode, and I don't know, maybe I might add one of these to the collection at some point. It looks good. So I convinced Brandon to turn it on so you can hear what it sounds like.
Now they always start up in quiet mode, so.
Gosh darn Ford.
I know, there's no way to pull a fuse on it or anything.
Listen to this thing. So is it like a Valvetronic thing with these where like you can take it into like a sport mode or something like that and then it like opens up the exhaust kind of thing?
Exactly, so actually I have a switch right here, and this switch is a manual control for the exhaust valves. But whenever you do put it in, like if I switch it over to sport mode, it'll open up the valves as well.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Or even track and what do you call it? Drag strip mode, it also switches the valves to open. The only time it switches the valves to close is when I'm in normal mode or rain and wet mode.
What a difference that thing makes.
It makes a massive
difference.
It's like goes from like subtle to like obnoxious.
Yeah. It sounds wild.
Exactly. So at this point, I feel like there's no point ever driving in with the valves closed. It just sounds like crap to me at this point.
Yeah.
So
no.
usually, first thing I do when I hop in the car is open up the valves.
Listen to this thing. You guys gotta hear this. It sounds so sick. Listen. It just sounds so good. Brandon, can you rev it up for us? Oh my gosh. I don't know if I just blow out the camera on that, but this thing sounds so mean and aggressive. Dude, such a sick ride.
Dude, I love this thing.
This is like one of those vehicles that like no matter what, like you can't even drive this mad. Like you could have an argument with your girl or something and then just get in this thing and it's like you can't help but be like,
That is a
silly smile.
correct.
Man, it's and those rotors I was saying before you came out here that the rotors are the size of my wheels.
Dude, these things are, I think they're 16-inch rotors on these.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty damn massive.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to do upgrade kits with them, but then they forget. Yeah. But then they forget, like, dude, you already have such massive brakes. Like, what
I
the hell's
know.
the point?
Yeah. It almost seems like one of those like pointless modifications to do with something like this. Dude, I was saying that your license plate, it's like the subtle things to me that mean like so much at this level, you know, because it's like how much more can you make it cooler, you know?
I know what you mean. What's funny is, so the license plate is Venom 50 because I had 6 GTs before this.
Yeah.
And so never would I thought that I'd be getting a Shelby, and so I got the Shelby and I was like, well, damn, what do I do with the plate now? And I was gonna switch it to 5.2, and I was like, what if I end up losing the Shelby? Then I'm stuck with a 5.2 now. So I left it at 5.0 for now.
Yeah.
And then people can, you know, put in their own ideas of what they want to make it.
Yeah, exactly. I know, I was like Venom 50, I was like, man, 50,000 horsepower. I love it.
The ideas are endless, I'm telling you.
Brandon, I'm sure by now you're probably hopeful that we never have to take these seats out. This is what, the 3rd or 4th time now?
I think it's like the 3rd time
now.
now.
That we're having to take out these seats.
Hey, at least we're becoming a pro at it.
I was just gonna say, now it's like, you're like the NASCAR of removing F-150 seats.
Back of your head thing.
Yeah.
The only thing is that, like, these plastic pieces,
Oh my gosh.
they're coming off a lot easier because we've been taking them off so much. So it's, I guess it's a good and bad thing, so.
I'm assuming at some point, if you do it enough, you'll have to replace them because it just bends the rubber or plastic, right?
Exactly. So, like, there's these tabs on there, and they just constantly keep going in and out, in and out. And over time, eventually, like, you can see a little bit of...
Yeah, it's a little bit of, you can see the grain.
So that'll eventually start to break off in time.
Yeah. Well, one seat down now. Now we just got to do the other 2. And then finally change out those damn gray, ugly looking seat belts. Those things look so bad now. Yeah. I'm like so interested to see like how much of a difference. Like I feel like it's gonna make a huge difference, but to what extent? I'm still like, you know.
What's funny is I can't even picture it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like my brain can't fathom what it's actually gonna look like.
So we really won't be able to tell until it actually goes in.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking about doing the center console mod where you change it to like, you know, a regular console or whatever, but then you lose that 3rd seat, and if it's somebody like me who takes his kids, you know,
you need a spot.
And the bench makes a big difference.
I feel like you use a lot of room in this truck.
Yeah, you do. That center console takes up a lot of room if you get rid of it. What would you do if right now you pop that up, airbag explodes?
Bro, that is like a #1 fear of mine.
Right.
I think that happened to him once.
No way.
Yeah.
That is not a... That can't be fun.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, that's
When I do like steering wheel installs, like everybody's like, bro, make sure you disconnect the battery, make sure you disconnect the battery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, we'll disconnect the battery. And so the first few times I was like, all right, disconnect the battery. After that, I'm just kind of like, what if I don't disconnect the battery?
Oh, there we go.
So I didn't disconnect the battery one time. I'm just kind of like waiting. I'm like taking out the airbag, and I'm just kind of like, all right, we're good.
When I did the steering wheel mod, I was the same way. Dude, it was so bad. I removed both negative and positive. I was like, there's no way.
Like, there's not a
And I like started pressing buttons just to make sure like all the energy was drained. Yeah, there were these discharge. Like it was a PC.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
Yeah. I think I have like one of those phobias from watching those videos where like friends put airbags under the couch or whatever, and then they like deploy the airbag.
Why would they just break in and steal an airbag?
I don't know. We should follow police. Oh shit! Oh, the airbags. Oh, there's 3 left. 2 left.
That's like a fear of mine. One of my friends will do that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's traumatizing. On that note, by the way, if your airbags do deploy, and meaning like your seatbelt airbags or your seatbelts issues happen with your seatbelts, check out once again safetyrestore.com. They repair those things. Check out the link in the description box below to safetyrestore.com. They fix all that stuff. So if you have been in an accident and you need to replace your seatbelts or whatever it is, go ahead and hit them up. Check out the link in the description box below and they'll take care of you. I don't know if I told you, but one thing I did was I bought literally brand new seatbelts in black. Just because I wanted all of these pieces to be black instead of the gray. Yeah, so like I bought brand new seatbelts. Like, I don't even want to say the price of what the new seatbelts cost, but it was a lot of money. I believe it. It was like a very expensive car payment kind of money. And whatever number you're thinking, it was probably double that number. That's how bad.
Directly from Ford?
Yes, directly from Ford, brand new. Just for these black. What I should have did was went to like a junkyard, like popped it out and just cut them off. And then this way, when I sent the belts to Safety Restore, they told me just send the buckles and stuff and we could switch them out on these belts. Oh. Yeah, but it's all good. It is what it is. Money's just money.
Yep. Damn, man.
Yeah. So we ran into a little problem, but I'm going to show you exactly what we ran into and how we're going to solve for it. So let me pull out a belt here so you can see the difference really quick. So this is the belt that I got from Ford. Actually, that's the wrong side seatbelt. Hold on, let me pull out the other side so you can see here what's going on. So the seatbelt that Ford gave me was this one. The reason why I bought these brand new is for this black hardware, right? Because the gray ones have this gray hardware and that would look like crap with the red, in my opinion. So bought these brand new from Ford. The issue is this is the bracket of the one that came out of the truck. This is the bracket of the new one that Ford gave me. Nothing at all like each other. The other thing is, aside from just that, if you look at here, these are two different. Now one could say, well, just grind this off and then you could use this. Not exactly that easy. So if you look at the tab right here, this is a small tab. If you look at this tab, this is a big tab. So we're going to be sending these back to safetyrestore.com. I already called them up and let them know, and they were so apologetic, even though it's not even their fault at all. They're like, we're going to help you out. Just go ahead and send the belts back and we'll get this all taken care of first. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to use this black hardware on this system and this red seatbelt on this system. So they're basically taking all that and then swapping it into here. But we're gonna use like this bracketing and stuff like that. So this is how it goes when you're doing custom vehicle modifications. Sometimes you run into these hiccups, especially when you're dealing with certain manufacturers like dealerships and stuff where the parts department might not get the exact part number right and you don't know until it's too late, and then you end up in an issue like this. So if you are doing this, please learn from my mistakes and verify this a million times. Pause that video, look at the brackets, make sure that the part that you're getting is exactly the same bracketing setup, because it does matter. And so next time that you all see this, we're gonna have the right things back in the vehicle, hopefully. And I'm pretty sure we will. SafetyRestore.com already said they're gonna take care of me on it, and so they're gonna get this handled. So what the dealership's screw up was, they're gonna fix it for me. So yeah. To throw more salt and vinegar on my wound, the middle one is also messed up too. It's a different bracket altogether than the one that Ford gave me. So altogether it's wrong. So obviously we'll be putting these in the box too to get those replaced out as well.
A few moments later.
All right, so we're back here at Classic Design Automotive. It has now been a few days. I sent the belts that we took out over to safetyrestore.com. Their turnaround time, I don't know how it is so quick. I don't fully understand how they ship so quickly, how the turnaround time is so quick, but it's literally been a few days since I sent them the belts and they sent them back to me. And let me just show you, these belts came out nice. They have exactly what we need now. So the brackets are the exact ones that we need. The buckles are the exact ones I want. And then one more thing that we did was they also did this belt for me here too. So the small catch belt or female belt that clips into this, they also did this one for me here too, but it came out looking really good. Everything done like the other belts were done, just really, really nice, really high quality. And so now the plan is to get these back into the truck. Clearly I'm a good / bad influence on you.
Yes, you are.
Brandon was saying that my seatbelts are now making him want to do his seatbelts in his GT350. You could either take that as a good or a bad. What color would you do? Would you do Performance Red also, or I mean Ferrari Red, or?
think I would do a red. I don't know if I would do this red or not though.
Well, they have a bunch of reds, so that's actually a really good point because safetyrestore.com has like a bazillion different kinds of reds that you can choose from. So yeah, if you wanted a deeper red or like a darker red or
dude, this looks
right?
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the red that I ended up going with, for those of you all who are interested in knowing, if I haven't mentioned it previously, but I went with Ferrari Red on my belts, but I was given like a whole palette of reds to choose from, so it wasn't just this kind of red. If you're like, oh, that's too bright of a red for me, I would want like a darker red, then they also have that option, and they have option to do like paneling within the belts. There's tons of customization options for the seatbelt, so hopefully Brandon gets his done in the future too, and then we could film an update on his vehicle.
They definitely will be.
Nice.
These little differences that you're doing to this truck, man.
Right?
It is turning out absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I feel like at this level though, it's like this is the only really things that you can do is these finer details, you know?
Your engine's done basically.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not really
There's no more performance. There's no more suspension performance. There's no more wheel performance. There's no more engine performance, like you said. Like,
yeah, so I guess you're right.
It's just interiors left.
This is where you have to kind of really make it shine now.
Yeah, exactly. Make it more for the driver.
Exactly. So I mean, hey, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
But you're doing a great job with this thing, man.
Thank
the whole
you.
interior is transformed.
Yeah.
Almost like 2 months ago that you came in, or 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a night and day difference.
It's a different vehicle.
Exactly. Like putting a before of your truck to like an after of how it is now. Oh my god.
Yeah. It doesn't even look like the same thing. It's not no longer a workman's truck.
Exactly. It's a Michael Bertini vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah. So as Brandon was putting in this driver's seat, it kind of like just struck me that there's now red seat belts in my truck. It looks so, and I know cameras will never do it justice, but it looks so like sports car, Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini vibe is what I mean, it's just crazy to describe.
It is such just like a high-end look to it.
Yeah, Brandon was saying, and I know it's probably hard for everybody to hear him over the airs and compressors, but Brandon was saying that it just has such a high-end look to it now, and couldn't agree more. It looks really, really good. It's definitely a change that I would highly recommend, especially for those of you guys who already have like sports cars. So like Brandon has a GT350. Like this is an easy modification for him to get his seatbelts redone, and the difference that it would make is huge. Just like his interior seating, right? Like seating and seatbelts, your whole interior is now changed. So, yeah, and I'm super happy. Katzkin killed it on the interior. I mean, yeah, it just all came out really nice. So I buckled them in for you guys, and man, did it come out looking really, really good. The black, look at this. I mean, it is a perfect match to the stitching. It came out super nice. And so for those of you who don't know, I had Katzkin redo my seats. They did it in this leather with their suede skin in the middle. I had these custom designed. So obviously on Katzkin's website, you can custom design your interior, which I had them do. And then I went with this like Ferrari red stitching, which perfectly matches these seat belts. I mean, it just came out super nice, and safetyrestore.com absolutely killed it on these belts. It looks so freaking good. I mean, it transformed the way that the truck looks on the inside now. That with the seats, it looks like a legitimate race truck right now, or like a high-end performance truck. And what's pretty cool is, look, when you are out here, so like when you're driving, you can still see in the vehicle that there's red seatbelts in there. So it still is, you know, from this angle looking in, you can still see the red popping. So it is a really, really nice looking red. Dude, you freaking killed it, man.
Dude, you made a great choice.
You're right. It came out nice.
That looks so good.
So like, what are your honest opinions about getting seatbelt style?
I know I'm probably going to be hitting up Safety Restore to figure out what kind of setup I want to do now.
Yeah.
Like, so seeing it from the front, that red stripe on that steering wheel come up against your black seats with the red seat belts, dude.
Yeah.
That looks gorgeous.
Right? And I think too, like, you know, what I was just saying is like, for vehicles like yours, this is not like a difficult mod.
Not at
you
all.
know?
I mean, they saw how it was pulling out all the panels and everything,
Yeah.
a couple bolts, and then the seatbelts really just
Yeah.
come out, put the new ones in, and you're good to go. So I mean, it's something simple. If you're scared to not have seatbelts for a little bit, that's another story.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is something that ties in the vehicle like so well. It's just a tremendous change on it.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'm really happy with it. And yeah, like I said, for those of you all who have sports cars, obviously, and who have vehicles that are, you know, they're just missing that one minor detail, I mean, it makes a huge difference. I'm excited to come back and see yours once it's done.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out too. I'm a little nervous, but we'll see.
Sweet. Well, thanks again, brother. And by the way, I know I mentioned it a bunch of times in the video, but if you are interested in seeing Brandon's vehicle, his GT350, which, I mean, it's super sick. I'm sure you all saw it in the beginning of this video, but if you want to see more content on that, his Instagram, I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the description. I'll also put it here. It is Brandon_Chin on Instagram.
Yeah, Brandon Chin, Instagram, Brandon Chin, YouTube.
Okay, oh, it's just one, Brandon Chin. Oh, no underscore.
No underscore.
I don't know why I saw an underscore. So it's Brandon. Good thing I said that. Good thing I asked. All right, so Brandon Chin, Instagram, and Brandon Chin, YouTube. Go and check him out. So everything came out absolutely perfect with the seatbelts. I want to give, once again, a huge shout out to Classic Design Automotive here in Orlando, Florida. They of course do all of the Central Florida area, but these guys have an amazing attention to detail, super high quality customer service, as well as their installs are absolutely perfect. I also want to give a huge shout out to safetyrestore.com. You guys, the customer service that you all offer is absolutely fantastic, as well as your shipping speeds. I don't know how you all do it, but your turnaround time on getting the belts back to me is like, it was very impressive. So shout outs to you all for doing that. I'm absolutely in love with the way that the belts came out. Now, for those of you watching, if you're interested in purchasing belts from safetyrestore.com, so custom seat belts, or getting your belts restored, meaning after an accident or something happens, go ahead and click my link in the description box below. You will be helping the channel out. It costs you absolutely nothing to click that link, but you will be helping me out. You will be helping support the channel. And so for that, I appreciate you guys.
You're not gonna slaughter that pig here, are you?
Not to worry. I have a permit.
This just says I can do what I want.
With that being said, that's all I have for this video. Stay tuned in for my next video on the build series. We're gonna take things up another notch. And remember, make sure you're putting good energy out there into the world and you're paying it forward. I'll check y'all out later. Bye now.